Where's Andy? Get Andy back here.
Andy.
Well, she's getting a lot of leg right there.
Yeah, close it up a little bit.
It was like, yeah, it was like in there. We almost got some butt.
All right, well.
Hello, sir.
We ready?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's see if I'm ready here.
Oh, the stats.
I love the stats. That's a lot of runners. That's a lot of runners.
When are we getting like the, the professional sports like animated picture where you're like juggling a controller?
Oh, where he's like, it comes in and like, yeah.
You think it's a picture and then he blinks at you?
Oats and Goats, Hard Knocks University.
All right, well, are we ready?
Here at Toby U.
Keep hyping me up, man.
Yeah.
I love it, yeah. All right, well, shall we get started and see how I do?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right, so in 3, 2, 1, go.
Woo!
All right, let's see if I can get this right off the bat. No, I'm bad.
Like, right off the bat, I think this is the hardest 2D speedrun, in my opinion.
It's a bit of a doozy, after 10 years you get a little bit better, but you never really quite get good.
Yeah.
I'm still getting better and better.
It's insanely optimized. You have to act in all directions, which you also have to do, but I just go right all the time,
Yeah, we got.
Yeah, you guys gotta have a full D-pad. And like wall jumping is hard.
Yeah, it's a lot different than every other modern game where you have to push away from the wall instead of just holding it.
Yeah.
You also can't jump the same frame you push away from the wall. You have to jump like 1 to 4 frames after.
Yeah.
So it's just super unintuitive.
And then once you get good, you can optimize all that. And then, it's fun stuff.
So what's going to be the major difference here between what we're seeing now versus when you guys co-op?
Andy, you want to tell him?
So when we're doing co-op later, both of us are going to be playing Super Metroid at the same time, but our games are going to be linked together. So, like when I get the morph ball, Oats will also get the morph ball, and so we can kind of like split up doing the collection for the whole game.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool, and this is going to be really lame. I'm sorry, no, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I mean, this is like. This speedrun's had kind of like a resurgence lately. Do you feel that?
Yeah, there was a huge tournament, and then players just started popping up. There's a lot of new players. The game's getting more optimized, and yeah, it's a pretty fun time for the game. Yeah.
Somehow the old guard is still running everything. Zeus,
Yeah.
Behemoth, Oats, like.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm doing it.
Well, it's just crazy. Like the new people that are coming in, learning this speedrun, getting good at it. Like, just still can't get better than all you, like, mid-30s players.
Yeah, the cool part about this game is, like, mid-30s.
Yeah.
I'm not mid-30s yet. But the cool part about this game is like, it's never going to be optimized, like, ever. So there's always going to be something to give, so it makes it a lot of fun.
Is that why you'll never stop?
Probably. Yeah, I'll just be playing when my hands are crippled. Yeah, but other than, the basic lore, there's not too much going on, just a lot of movement. So since the last time I played this game at any live event, there's been so much optimization, it's crazy. Just everything has been grinded down.
Why do you think this game holds on to runners for so long where, like, other games, we tend to drop off, But this one, like, and it's not just you, it's like, there's like 5 guys that have been running it for a decade now. You know what I mean? That like they just won't let it go.
Yeah, there's just a lot of detail that you don't see when you're watching as a viewer. And like I said, like if people think we're at the top of like what it's gonna be at, and like, oh, this is unbeatable, it's just never gonna get there.
Yeah.
No matter how good we get, you can always be better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
someone says like 3D type of optimization in a 2D game,
Kind of. Yeah. It's just like an endless skill cap with this game once you really dig in. So it makes it just a lot of fun and it's very rewarding. So yeah, hopefully I can show off some cool tricks and nail some of them first try and maybe get a good time even. Bust out a record right now.
Dude, I would be so fucking hyped. You have no idea.
That's not happening.
You have no idea.
I would be in shock. Yeah.
That would be the greatest thing if the Super Metroid record was here at Guy Fieri's in Boston.
That would.
That's not gonna be the last time I say the city name. Yeah.
Yeah, if you ever played this game, this is kind of like the first real challenge.
There goes record.
Yeah, that's it. Sorry, fellas.
It's actually me playing right now. Oates is going to take the controller in a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
How many times have you ran this at GDQ?
Oh man.
You can count ROM hacks too.
What, like 7?
Wow.
Quite a few times, yeah. All right.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
It's a lot for one game, you know, for like, that's a lot.
Yeah. Maybe someday I'll play something else. It was Dread for 3 months, and then, you know.
What made you fall out of Dread and come back to this?
Man, I don't know. It's new games, you know. They hit a peak and then they kind of die down a little bit. But maybe in the future, there's a lot of cool stuff with Dread.
We did a live Dread run in the coldest venue ever.
That was so fun, though.
Yeah, that was a good run.
All right, there's Bomb 3.
I'm also definitely not biased because I won that race. Definitely not.
Oh yeah, where was that again?
Detroit.
Detroit, okay.
That was Detroit, where like you still had to have like doors open so that there was airflow in the building, and it was November.
It was so cold.
Yeah, it was real cold.
We had hand warmers.
Hand warmers are a great investment.
Yeah, no, I've been starting, ever since then, I bring them to every live. I don't need them right now because it's 900 degrees right up here. Yeah, but I bring them to every live event now.
I have a Zippo hand warmer at my desk.
Oh, that's a good idea. This guy's got headphones back here. So one thing I love about this run is that when it ends, it's usually in death. Like when it goes bad.
Yeah, it's generally in death, or there's a couple RNG points like Fantoon and all that, but yeah, it's basically a death. It's pretty nasty. I made a couple safety saves just in case.
But I just like that kind of like drama, you know, like.
Yeah, this category definitely has drama.
Especially with this route, like the quote-unquote old route, which is like, you know, the new route's like 7 years old, so it's not really the new route anymore.
Yeah.
But like that route, when you make a mistake, it's just like, oh, you lose some time. This route, you make a mistake and you're just dead.
Yeah. Yeah, once you hit Lauren Orfair, it's really difficult. It's pretty scary. Even Fantoon, I've had my fair share of run-ins, so, you know, see how I do. I did make a safety save last night.
You knew that was giving you a missile, or that was?
It's a percent chance.
Yeah.
It can give you health as well, but if you have full health, it's more likely to give you a missile.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it can also just give you nothing still.
Yeah, and coming up for Fantoon, we want to see just missiles. Yeah, or it's going to be in pretty big trouble.
I'm always fascinated by this. This is like my favorite speedrun to watch that I will never touch by far.
I think you should give it a shot.
No, man.
Just a little bit.
I almost did it for the 12 hours, and then like I started with like, no, it's just like there's too much, and then all the little damage boosts you got to do, and you can't get hit, and the LR button.
Look at what you play.
Yeah, but I only got to use the LR button in one level. You're using it the whole time. I'm like looking at your hands right now. You do like different, like 7 different grips throughout this run, you know?
Yeah, it's always changing almost.
Yeah.
The one thing with Super Metroid is like if you're getting into the speedrun, there's like a billion different things you can do to get into it just to finish the game.
Yeah.
Like when I started, I got like 8 E-tanks just because they're like not that far out of the way. And Ridley does a lot of damage when you're bad. So
let's just do this.
Also works. Also effective.
Yeah. I just don't want to take any damage. I mean, these caterpillars hit for a lot, and we're going to a pretty difficult boss right off the bat. So if you ever played this game, you're wondering what the heck is going on. This isn't what I remember. But we take a little bit of a detour, it cuts down on backtracking, all that.
So normally you'd come up here with like Varia suit, high jump boots, grapple, ice beam, speed booster, and like just coming up here without Varia suit cuts all the damage you take by half. So the stuff around this part of the game is going to start hitting real hard without a suit.
Yeah. All right, coming up on the fun trick. Moltres. You have a lot of frame perfect tricks in your.
Yeah, I mean a few, but you know, like I don't know.
So this is a frame perfect into a 2-frame.
Two frame?
1 frame into 2 frame. So I didn't get the 1 frame, but there's a little bit of a backup. No, 2 frame. Let's see if I can get it.
All right. Definitely feel like I didn't just make that jump as a kid.
I
You know?
got it.
Oh.
I normally listen
Yeah,
for an audio
really
cue,
nice.
so I was
Yeah.
glued to the screen.
Well, yeah, it's extra hard because we have we have audio, and then you guys have this like slightly delayed audio,
But
and
we can still hear the delayed audio.
and we can hear the delayed audio, and we can see this screen in our peripheral,
Yeah.
which is like really that tripped me out at first.
Yeah. Mid-slow, yeah, that's about
No,
that.
bro, fast 1 round, easy.
Fast 1 round. I think my hands are way too cold to even attempt a 1 round, but maybe. That would be pretty sick if I could hit that.
Now, normally, what boss is this normally?
Number 2.
Number 2.
Yes. And you come here with the Vario, which reduces the damage by half, but everything does 40, and we only have 137, so
4 hits.
yeah.
You'd also normally come here with like 3 more beams than you currently have, so it's a lot less dangerous.
Pretty standard.
All right, so this is RNG right here, whether he opens his eyes.
Yep.
It's actually most likely to be the worst possible pattern.
Yes.
25% fast, 25% mid, 50% slow.
And there's the worst possible pattern, yeah.
That's garbage.
This one's what, like a 1% mid? Or something like that? It's like a crazy rare mid.
Okay, we got him.
Yeah! Nice job, man. Nice job.
Thanks. I didn't die like the other 4 times at GDQs, at least, right? So, yeah. I have quite the history with this boss. Okay.
That's right, we still got Mother Brain.
Yeah, I think you died my first run ever watching you, actually. at
Probably.
GDQ, yeah.
Makes it more personal. And
You know what? That's okay. Trust me, as long as you don't kick a fucking console, no one will remember it.
Yo, up top!
Yeah.
everyone remembers that.
Yeah.
Actually,
Andy did it too.
Nobody remembers mine anymore.
Andy did it too. Nobody
I
talks
did it.
about
I did it first,
Yeah.
and nobody remembers.
No, I only remember yours, too. Not Andy's. Andy's is a saint. Andy is a saint, so
Yeah.
he didn't do nothing. All right, there's a lot of tough stuff here. I mean, wreck ship, you're not supposed to be here, so anything up here will basically just kill you in 2 hits. So,
Just don't get hit for
Don't
it.
get hit.
Oh, okay, thanks. All right.
That was a really nice attic.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
about to say that was a very good room.
Yeah, that whole room it's like a global timer. There's quite a few things like that to where I kind of just have to have a feel for where those 2 enemies line up, and then they generally line up perfect to where you hit both of them with 1 thing of ammo, a super. So
Yeah, and that I feel like that's like so much of this game ends up being experience like that, and like knowing, all right, I did this, I'm gonna have to make this small adjustment, you know?
yeah,
Like,
Keep the-
oh, I screwed up. This enemy's gonna be here instead
Yeah.
of there.
Yeah.
yep. All right, didn't die. All right, well,
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Nice.
thanks. Well, what are you guys thinking, huh? Not you guys, these guys.
You
Oh,
need,
yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
you need a
What are you guys out there
a
thinking?
sip of water.
Feel good?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm drying out like a sponge.
We're playing the game fast.
Yes.
So-
Yes, this is, very intricate Mario hack.
Just wait till you see whatever the fuck Andy's about to do.
Yeah, I'm
It
excited
won't,
for
it won't
that
be
one.
as crazy as Chicago. That was a one and done experience.
Yeah, this is definitely pretty cool if you've played the game, for sure. It's like context goes a long ways.
To me, this will always be one of the quintessential speedruns. Like this, Mario 64 are like the two,
Yeah.
in my opinion, yeah.
Ocarina of Time, yeah.
OT, yeah. That's fair.
And Kaizo Mario, of course.
Yeah, you know, all those. There's dozens of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 13 runners on the Baron of Shell board. There's 11,000 on Super Metroid.
I was impressed that Link to the Past had like 8K.
Yeah.
Okay. Making our way down to the hardest part of the game.
You're falling fast.
Not falling fast, but
Trying fast.
Upper Norfair, Lower Norfair. Best music too, so.
Ooh, that damage boost is so dirty.
The dirty, this is the first time I've heard it called dirty. So the dirty boost.
Time to rename that room in the practice hack.
Yeah,
The dirty boost.
Yep.
That's my favorite thing about Super Metroid. Every room has a name.
Yes, it does. These names are pretty boring. This one's just called Below Spazer, so.
Makes sense though.
Yeah, it is Below Spazer.
Yeah. But like not many games have like a literal name for every single room. We're
Am I
like,
soft locking? Oh, I thought I soft locked the game.
oh, if you transition the same frame, that's a soft lock?
Yes.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like this room right here, the first room in Upper Norfair, this is called the Business Center.
The business center?
Because you have like 4 different directions you can go and they all lead to good stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, well, what's your business? Oh, you need Ice Beam, you need High Jump Boots, you need to go get Speed Booster, Crocomire.
Got everything you need.
Ooh. Yo, I don't know who's the one screaming the whole time, but I fucking love you, man. Woo! By the way, we are going to do pictures, meet and greets, autographs, whatever you want. As long as you're willing to stay, we'll stay and make sure we get everybody in there. So we'll make it happen.
We'll keep Pooh awake.
I'll stay awake. I'm holding on. I'm holding on. I don't know if it's helping.
Oh, we can do it, Samus. There we go.
There we go.
That's so hard.
There we go. I don't think we're getting record this one, but
You're about to game out of your mom.
I didn't need that super. No,
Yeah, no, supers aren't important. So.
no, forget it. It's so funny how muscle memory is so ingrained.
Yeah.
If anything changes, you have to actively think about it.
If everything goes well, you can just turn your brain off and
Yeah, that's why you practice. All right, not too shabby.
nice super.
Thanks. It's calculated. Yeah.
All right, now we got the ice beam.
Yeah. Gonna
We can
freeze some
freeze
stuff.
things.
This is basically like the collection segment before tackling on Lower Norfair significantly earlier than you're supposed to.
Yeah, that's when the run gets a little bit more entertaining, I'd say. There's a lot of cool stuff going on. I say that, but I'm afraid for the inevitable. A lot of cool stuff like dying and reloading my safety saves.
Are those guys 100% power bomb drops?
Yeah, if you have full HP, or not full, but not health bombed. All right, I'll do right side. This is a shout out to my boy Emmett.
Hell yeah.
He mains right side, so I'll ask for Emmett.
Oh,
There you go,
Whoa.
buddy. That's an incredibly difficult jump.
Yeah.
For 1 whole second too, it's worth it.
That's a 1 second save.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when the record's 7 seconds, that's the difference.
Yeah.
Like, every second matters.
Yeah, it's more of just an accumulation of trying to save like 10 frames, 10 frames, 10 frames.
Yeah.
And then 30 minutes later, you're like, holy cow, I just saved a minute, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's a lot of the tricks like that where it's like save 1 second, or if you mess it up, you lose like 6.
Yeah. It's better to be consistent. That's why this game is so awesome, because you don't need to do the hardest tricks. If you're consistent, you're going to be one of the top players. But being consistent is an incredibly difficult challenge. Now I need some supers, please. I'll do one more. We're not, okay, that was worthless. Forget it. One huge thing about this as well is basically we're just trying to have a bunch of ammo. Super missiles, the thing in the middle of 7, that's just gold at this point in the run. It's like currency.
We're just loading up, making sure we have enough for every boss right now. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it just does so much damage to Ridley.
Yeah.
So for some reason, they programmed it to where those do double damage to the boss coming up, and quite a few different bosses.
Yeah.
If you have full supers, which generally supers are a low drop rate, you're doing pretty well. All right, off to some difficult endeavors. This is the part of the run to where if I'm on a good pace, I'm starting to sweat.
I mean, to be fair, we are in lava, you know, it makes sense why you sweat, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Because this trick coming up can kill your run, then you just reset, so.
Yeah, this is really precise.
Yo!
All right. If I didn't get that, we're probably just gonna die, so that's good to get that.
Wow.
Yeah, if you don't get that, you have to just like chunk a ton of health to get up there.
And then this next part, everything hits you for 50. And you'll see every single room is a run killer in this part, so. It starts to get a lot more entertaining when you enter Lower Norfair.
Yeah, now it's just like pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Schubert walking, yeah.
I see you whenever you're going through a room and getting that, you're not like holding the button, you're tapping.
You want to explain that, Andy?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So the way Speed Booster works is when you're holding the button, Samus will just naturally start to run faster. And the game does like a couple of checks to make sure that you're running to like advance the...
Go on.
It does a couple of checks while you're running to like advance the Speed Booster cycle.
Yeah.
But it only checks if you're holding run on 1 frame. So as long as you're holding run on that specific frame, it'll advance the Speed Booster cycle. So so tapping the button when that frame happens decreases the distance to get a shine spark. It's called short charging.
Short spark. Yeah, that's something like, unless I was looking at your hands, I would have never known he's doing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, yeah. You can see his hands up here. He changes grips constantly. Like it's constantly the index finger, which I think is even crazier. You hit the R button with your index sometimes, and other times you're hitting it with your middle finger.
Yeah, yep, I switch it up every room pretty much.
Yeah. Wow.
All right.
That's the other really cool thing about this game is like you can customize all the controls. So like, you know, all the top runners have different button layouts, so they're all holding the controller differently.
This is pretty bad health.
It's fine. It's fine.
Bad health, but 10 supers.
Ooh.
Oh, clutch. Clutch health.
Let's see here.
All right.
So those are X factors. They do 300 per hit. So we try to just manipulate them and then hit Ridley with how Ridley opens up the fight. We luckily hit all 3, so it was a very good opening to the fight, and we didn't take too much damage.
Yeah, X Factor is one of the the special beam powers. If you have a charge beam plus one other beam on an power bomb selected, it uses a power bomb to do a special attack that the game teaches you in like the intro cutscene. Super Metroid's got like a lot of weird things that it kind of like teaches you, whether it's like a built-in like game mechanic or whether it shows you in the intro. Nice.
There we go.
Nice. What a fight.
Is that like a 76?
Yeah, that's this fight is it went surprisingly well, so that's good. I'm gonna grab this E-tank. If we don't grab the E-tank, you need. Okay, I'm a loser, I guess, Andy. If you don't grab this E-tank, you only have 99 HP of buffer room when you enter Taurian. You need 3 E-tanks to finish the game, so I will be grabbing a 4th, but it does make it a little bit safer.
Also, just leaving Lower Norfair is extremely dangerous.
Yeah, so in the actual run, when we leave here, sometimes it's only with like 150 HP and you're ahead and you're really nervous, so it's definitely an exciting part of the run, but grabbing that E-tank makes it a lot easier. But still, not super easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 2 rooms with key hunters in them that do 50 damage a pop. Like, if you don't do them properly, you know, you're taking a hit. I feel like this room you almost always like tank a hit from a key hunter.
Hopefully, you kind of manipulate it. You see me moving around a little bit there, so these key hunters follow Samus's position, so we try to manipulate them to where that doesn't happen. Unfortunately, I was too fast, but
it's always that top one, dude. That top one's just the worst.
Yeah.
And then the infamous 3 Musketeers room coming up.
Yep.
Oates is gonna move like extremely specifically to get them to move in a certain pattern by the time he gets to the left side of this room, so that he can properly avoid them all.
The 3 Musketeers room?
Yep. Here they are. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3.
Wow.
Did the little deboost strat too. It's nice when you have an extra E-tank. When you don't, it's kind of scary.
It's such a trip because I recently played this casual, like in the last year. And it's just like, yo, this is like 12 hours into my game right now.
Yeah.
My God. It's like the precision. It's just like everything. Every single room looks so good.
Yeah, it's really fun. I love when players get into the game as well, because like that room alone had so many different nuance. It's fun to explain. You do this, that, and you can tell I like this game.
And like you said, you can sacrifice something here and risk something there. You know.
Yep.
There's like more than one way to attack every room.
Yeah.
A lot of
And a lot of that comes down to just like player preference.
Yeah.
Like some players are more comfortable doing X over Y, when others are more comfortable doing Y over X. So like everybody at the top plays a little bit differently. So it's really cool to watch.
All right, big boy coming up, Mr. Crave. Hopefully we can get the quick kill.
Yeah, don't mess up, bro.
Yeah, I've been messing it up lately on good runs too. So luckily this run's not good, so we shouldn't mess it up.
Craig.
Yeah.
Craig.
So normally you do damage to Kraid and triggers like the second phase of the fight where Kraid stands up. But if you shoot a super missile into Kraid's mouth, there's like 3 different animations. There's like partially open, halfway open, fully open. If you shoot a super into Kraid's mouth, in the middle animation, it locks it in place so you can do enough damage to kill Kraid.
Whoa!
Just like that. No second rounds. No
I don't think I've
phase.
seen that one before. I don't think I've seen that.
You've seen me play this game how many times?
Of like 1,000, honestly. You're like the only speedrunner I watch anymore. Like, I don't know.
And it's easy to miss. It's quick.
Yeah.
All right, so at this point in the run, we go to Dragon, and it's a pretty difficult section technically. This is where a lot of runs will die if you make it this far.
You just killed Craig's kid.
I did.
Yeah.
And he
It's called
gave me a lot
Mini
of supers.
Craig,
So.
actually.
It's called what, Craig?
Mini Craig.
Mini Craig?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need him. He gives us supers, and like I said, supers are currency.
You killed his kid for currency.
Yes,
Yes,
absolutely.
okay.
Just like you do to Yoshi to
Fair.
use them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on.
You see- you see
We're
how
moving
I-
on. Yeah, moving on. Moving on.
Now we get it.
Yeah, Meridian is just really, really hard execution-wise.
Yeah. There's a lot of like basically do or die tricks. Not like you'll actually die in the run, but you'll probably lose your run.
That jump right there is like frame perfect.
Yeah.
frame
And
perfect
if you
jump.
don't get it, you lose like 2 seconds.
Yep. It's a lot of little things like that.
Oh. It's like you have to play this with such confidence, you know? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's honestly the hardest part is losing confidence if you make a mistake because your D-pad and the way
Yeah.
this game works with wall jumps and everything, if you press up or down, you break out of spin and then you don't get your wall jumps, and so you start to lose confidence.
That's so easy, especially you just start to get like a little controller issue and like,
Yeah.
yeah, you don't realize it yet. It's so easy to happen.
Just doing a little setup here with the X Factor. The particles will always try to circulate Samus. So it moved in a really specific way so that all the particles converged on Batoon's head right when Batoon came out.
Yeah, and there's 4 different patterns, so I have to quickly identify which pattern, and then get into position for it essentially right away, and then do my setup.
Wow.
Nice mock ball.
You know. Little full halfy trick coming up here. A lot of people ask why it's full halfy. Well, runners back in the day, they weren't able to make it all the way across, so it was just a halfy. So
There's a really long room coming up, and you know,
we'll forget it. Yeah,
Hey, it doesn't matter.
it's the no halfy now.
No.
Yeah, run's dead. Yeah, that was it too. So basically, I would land right here with the halfy, but
yeah. So
we'll
back
pretend
in
we
the
made it
day,
that far.
couldn't wall jump fast enough to keep the spark timer into the room, so you would just shine spark through the door basically, and you would stop in the middle of the room. Then when people got good, they were like, oh, if you're fast and good, you can get across the entire room.
Yeah, so it's almost like task only
Yeah.
at one point, and then I guess it's one of those things the runner starts doing it, and then the standard kind of pushes it
Yep.
a little bit.
That's it. It always just takes one person to
Yeah.
like get even moderately consistent at it or start going for it. Then
Yep.
yeah, then it's like the whole community. All of a sudden, something that was impossible is now
Yeah.
just a common. You know, it's just
Yep.
like what you do.
It's like Kaizo Mario, like that was like 100% intended to be done with save states exclusive.
Yeah, yeah.
Then people are like, oh, I don't need save states for this.
Well, even like 4 years ago, I wouldn't have felt comfortable doing Fly Me to the Stars live.
Yeah.
And now, like, yeah, it's fine. You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is a double frame perfect trick if I can get it. It's clearly not gonna work. I missed
Ooh,
it. So
too early.
it's double frame perfect, but there is one exception to where if you're off on the first frame, then there's 2 frames, so you can mess it up like I just did. So that's why that trick sucks, and I never really go for it when I'm on good runs.
Would have been hot
Yeah,
though.
he's a baby.
I just wanted to try it because it's neat.
I mean, this is the place to try it.
Really dumb.
Yeah. Alrighty. So making our way back to the surface area, the landing site, and then off to Mother Brain.
Yeah, so normally you would go from here to Lower Norfair, and it's just a ton of backtracking to get from here to Lower Norfair back to the ship, basically, because this area is right next to the ship.
Yep. Yep, we're gonna do the Brain Buster. That's right. I don't want to talk about the Brain Buster.
What's the Brain Buster?
Oh boy.
And now you have to talk about
That's
it.
so embarrassing. There's a practice hack in this game, and there's hotkeys that I was unaware of existed. And when I was practicing, I got behind Mother Brain one time, and I was like, oh my goodness, I just found something. But little did I know, I was just pressing one of those hotkeys. Yeah, so after like 30 minutes asking passers on Discord, we're all trying to examine. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, what is this? Basically, I just made a fool of myself in front of the whole community. Yeah.
You just like had like a no clip on?
I busted my brain,
Oh.
but it was a good moment. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I did that one time with Mario 3. I thought I figured out a way to get 7-1 clip every time.
And then you didn't.
No,
right?
I
You
didn't. I definitely didn't. And we spent like 2 days like examining my thing, and it was definitely.
Well, you never know. It's better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Brainbuster could have been the next big thing.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, what else are we doing in the community, right? Like, what else we got to do? But
I'm not refilling at the ship. Every time.
Oh, it's refill.
ooh,
2 frames. So that's a little bit easier in frame perfect. 2 frames.
literally twice as easy.
Yeah, it is, really. 34 milliseconds.
It actually is kind of crazy how much easier 2 frames is than 1.
Yeah. Even though it's still 33 or 34
Yeah.
milliseconds. It's like,
Yeah.
it's all in context. All right, not too
You know what
shabby.
annoys me is when Mario 6 or like any 64 player, any N64 game, when they talk about frame perfect. So I'm like, bro, your game's running at 22 frames a second.
Yeah.
Like, you got 10 minutes to hit your frame. You know?
Yeah, I don't like to stir up the N64, the 20 framers. But yeah, no, you're right.
Shading y'all.
Who said it? I didn't.
Shading all you OOT players out there.
Yep.
Oh my goodness gracious! It's like Twitch chat. Did I even leave home? You know. My catchphrase. It's your band permanently. Yeah. From the channel. Think about what you've said.
You're all banned.
Yeah. All right, so Taurian. So this is really cool. I mean, I see the hand cam up, but this is some weird stuff going on with.
Yeah.
Yeah, these rooms are crazy.
These are some of the hardest rooms to optimize really in the game when you really try to get them down to like what they should be.
Nice.
Well, I suck.
I didn't see nothing.
So right now we just basically want full ammo, so 16 and 8 is like really good. This can kill runs because we need essentially full leaving the last room here. So come on, we can do it. You see, I'm like.
Yeah, so you use select. You have to use select too, which is like, it's not just L and R. Like, the amount of select button you have to use is kind of
Wow.
We're fine, I guess.
Was that good?
No.
No. So the new biggest trick found, this is called Stashio Skip. Someone said, can we skip the baby clockwise?
Yeah.
Counterclockwise? Normally it would be counterclockwise, and so this is a huge time save found. I'm gonna miss it now just because I'm talking about it, but we'll see if I can nail it.
The baby. Don't forget the baby.
Nice.
Got it. I shouldn't have gone for the most difficult version of that. Oh, what am I doing? I need to open the door first. Yeah, let's do that first. So since I got 20 and 8, I can't remember, it's 20, no, I do need to do this, right? 20 and 8?
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah. Normally I get 15 and 10, but the 20 kind of gives you a buffer. I should probably still save because with only 8, we run the risk of not being able to finish the game coming up.
You do have a nice amount of energy, though.
Yeah, I do. It's very
Yeah.
nice.
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 I hate to do this, but I didn't make a safety save for this part. But there's these turrets that will shoot as you're trying to.
Boo him for saving.
God.
Boo.
I know. It's still fast. Come on.
That
Nice.
bass like shook my soul.
Let's go.
See those turrets shooting? They cannot hit me currently.
And it's like random when they move, random when they shoot.
Yep.
Oh my
So
God.
Just enough ammo. So. Thank you. The hitbox of those shots is massive, and then the hitbox of your super missile is also massive. So you have to be careful. I've lost so many runs to those.
Yeah.
So 60 shots. I can't really take a hit. So. 20, I think. I don't know.
Do you usually count them or do you care? You just go?
24. Yeah, I count them.
And once you hit 45, Mother Brain starts shooting what's called catch-up, and it does a full E-tank of damage. So keeping track of when that starts is extremely important.
Why didn't she just use the body the whole time? That's what I've been wondering my whole life. Oh.
All right. Good and gone.
All right, all right, all right.
Thank you, thank you. So the reason we have to get 3 E-tanks is because of this right here. It's unavoidable, and yeah. Everyone always asks, hey man, you ever thought about skipping an E-tank?
Just skipping an E-tank?
Yeah, like,
yeah.
what, you don't want to save 7 seconds? Yeah, thanks for the advice. I feel like sometimes out of spite, I just want to skip and just finish with 2, and then go, oh!
Oh,
like,
no.
Hey, a chatter, you see? Dang. It's almost worth it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know the next run, another chatter's going to come in, though, and say the same thing.
Yeah, I know.
Or like the chatter that's like, dude, I beat this with no E-tanks when I was a kid.
When I was a kid, I
Yeah.
could beat it with no E-tanks.
Yeah.
That happens
I
so
swear.
much with A Link to the Past. They're like, yeah, I beat this game with 3 hearts when I was a kid. I'm like, bro, you can't skip the heart containers. It's impossible.
Well, they did, though, so.
Oh, yeah.
You know, yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah, me and my cuz, yeah.
Yeah, me and my
Yeah,
cuz.
me and my cuz did that back in the day. Yeah. But we were obsessed with it, though, so, yeah.
Yo, this is just like a messed up part in video gaming. Like, if you really played, like, Metroid 1, Metroid 2, and then played this game,
It's very emotional.
yeah, you have, like, an emotional attachment to this Metroid that's getting killed right here.
Well, this
you
is
know?
this end of Metroid 2.
Yeah.
At least so it's not too much attachment.
Yeah.
But yeah, the baby, it thinks it's, you know, Samus is the mother. And not to mention, it gets pretty large in the course of 40 minutes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Really does. I have to assume it's like a decent gap in time from Ridley to...
Yeah, that's what you'd think. But
Right? I mean, I guess they never really explained that.
yeah. All right, the
I wonder
final
if it's like
escape.
dog years, like time on Ceres.
Yeah.
Or time on Zebes is, you know, like 7 times longer than it is for a normal person.
That makes sense.
Maybe, yeah.
I feel like every game should have an escape sequence. Like, I've never been mad at an escape sequence in a game.
Well, play any Metroid game, and Samus blows up a lot of things.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of escape sequences.
My first time in Dread, I literally escaped at 1 second. I was gonna be real embarrassed if I missed it. God, this game's so good.
Not too bad. Nice health once again.
Ooh.
And I don't think we're saving anything, right? No.
We can say we're gonna kill the animals right now because we can save them later.
Yeah, exactly. We'll save them later.
We'll save them later.
Yeah. People say save them as they're eating their burger. Yeah. And that's Super Metroid. So
Good run, man.
thank you.
That was great.
Hope you all enjoyed, and hopefully you got some nostalgia back. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone.
That was amazing. Give it up one more time for Oates and go.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Coming up, we got Andy. What are you playing tonight?
Any percent RMG.
I don't know what that means.
We're gonna find out.
Yeah, we're about to find out. We'll see in a
Cool.
bit.
We'll be right back with A Link to the Past ran by Andy.